Hi guys, so we'll start with the next part of geometry and that is going to be triangles. Let us first understand what the word triangles means. So any bounded figure having three sides, it's called as a triangle. Okay, we basically learn this in detail when we go on further and start quadrilaterals and polygons. So any convex polygon having three sides, bounded polygon having three sides, convex polygon is basically called as a triangle. Okay, now the best way to draw a triangle is, see, I have two parallel lines and I have two transversals. Okay, so the lines meet at the given points. The first point indicated here, second point here, and third point is here. Okay, so we form a triangle like this. Okay, a bounded figure having three sides. Okay, this is how we generate a triangle. Okay, so now we'll see some basic properties of the triangle, and for that I'm marking the angles here. Guys, we know that the alternate angles will be equal. तो अगर ये एंगल मैंने सपोज ए मान लिया, ये भी एंगल कितना होगा, ए डिग्रीज होगा, राइट, बाय द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अल्टरनेट एंगल्स. सेम वे अगर ये एंगल बी है तो ये भी एंगल कितना हो जाएगा, बी डिग्रीज, बाय द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अल्टरनेट एंगल्स. I call this topmost angle here as C. Now what can I say about A, B and C together, guys? A, B and C together will be nothing but 180 degrees because they form a linear pair, right? If B, A and C are also forming a linear pair, and I can observe that B, A and C are the angles of the triangle, I can now say very clearly that the sum of the angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So you can remember this as a rule, that sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. Now, based on this, we'll derive one more important property here, guys. I have just listed down A, B, and C because sum is 180 degrees, right? Now, I am marking one more angle here given as E, and the E is called as the exterior angle, okay? Now, guys, for a given triangle can have different types of exterior angles. For example, this is one exterior angle, as I marked it by E. Okay, एक और exterior angle बन सकता है, this one also, okay, the vertically opposite angle. Okay, this is also the exterior angle, I call it as E dash. Okay, similarly, if this is the angle C here, उसका linear pair कौन सा होगा, ये होगा, right? So this is also a possible exterior angle. उसका vertically opposite angle ये होगा, this also forms a linear pair with C. So this is also a possible exterior angle here. I call it as F dash. Okay, same way if B is the interior angle here, exterior angle ये part हो गया, cross. Okay, I call this basically cross as the symbol G. G के vertically opposite ये वाला angle हो गया, I call it as G dash. That is also the vertically opposite angle, right? So a triangle, guys, potentially has six possible exterior angles, which I have shown you in the diagram right now. Okay. For simplicity, I'm dealing with E right now, the exterior angle. And by the linear pair axiom, I can say that A और E का sum, guys, कितना हो जाएगा, 180 degrees, right? And now if I compare the above two equations, or if I subtract them, I'll get B plus C is equal to E. That means the sum of these two angles, B plus C, gives you the sum of the angle E here, right? Okay, this is called as the exterior angle property. It says sum of the interior angles of a triangle, okay, is equal to the exterior angle. Or basically for any exterior angle, let's say E यहाँ पे, okay, E के बगल वाला interior angle A है, forget A. The other two angles are B and C. They are the remote interior angles, means दूर वाले interior angles, right? So the exterior angle at any vertex of the triangle, the measure of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. All angles bearing the dot sign are equal in measure. Find the measure of angle PQR. Okay, वही dot वाला किसी भी एक का value निकाल लो. Okay, that is the answer. That is the question here. Okay, you can try it out, guys, if you want, and then we'll anyway look at the solution. All right. So first of all, the dot sign है, वो बोल रहा है कि all are equal, right? So I replace all the dots by A. Right, I'll just replace them by a symbol that is A degrees, which will make the question very easy to solve. Okay, because now I can, like, observe कि हाँ ये A है, ये A, all the angles that appear to be same, and they are before my eyes. Okay, so guys, what do I observe here is that यहाँ पे all the angles are A. Okay, all the equal angles given here are A. Okay, look at the small triangle. Okay, triangle SUT. Okay, which is highlighted now in red. आपको दिख रहा होगा चमकता हुआ red color में right now. I hope you can see this. For this triangle SUT, guys, the sum of the angles, the interior angle should be how much? 180. Just now we saw, we proved it. Okay, so अगर दो angles यहाँ पे A और A हो गया, guys, you can see this angle is A degrees. This angle also is A degrees. Okay, तो अगर इस angle को suppose मैंने मान लिया X, I can say that X plus A will be equal to 180 degrees. So ये x की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी, guys? 180 minus A plus A is 2A, so 180 minus 2A, right? So here the angle SUT is simply equal to 180 minus 2A, right? Now, guys, by the vertically opposite angles का property, PUR also will be 180 minus 2A, right? They are vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now I am assuming angle UPR as x degrees. Okay, you can see here flashing here on the screen, UPR on the x degrees, and URP as y degrees. Okay. Now look at triangle PUR, guys. Okay, for the triangle PUR now, you can see it in red. Okay, blinking in red. right? This triangle PQR, again, sum of all the angles will be equal to 180 degrees. So I add all the angles. I add X, Y and 180 minus 2A. I know the sum should be equal to 180 degrees. So यहाँ पे guys 180, 180 cancel हो जाएगा and 2A will move to the right hand side. Okay, you will get X plus Y equals to 2A. Okay. Now after this guys, एक last triangle हमें consider करना है, the big triangle PQR. Yeah, you can see this, right? The big triangle PQR, right? In this big triangle PQR guys, I'll add all the angles. I'll add angle P, I'll add angle Q, I'll add angle R. Okay, or in short, in triangle PQR, I'll add angles PQR, QRP and QPR. Okay, as simple as that. All right. Now guys, PQR तो A के बराबर ही है. You can see in the diagram. QRP जो होगा guys, QRP किसके बराबर होगा? QRP A plus Y के बराबर होगा, right? And RPQ किसके बराबर होगा? X plus A के बराबर होगा, right? So you put in the values, okay, and you will get 3A plus X plus Y equals to 100 degrees. And X plus Y की value हम ऊपर find कर चुके हैं already, right? So this we will have to put in the given equation. Okay, so putting X plus Y is 2A, the left hand side becomes 5A. If 5A is 180, the answer is 36 degrees. It's as simple as that, guys. Okay, so what did we do in this case? We use only one property, mainly the sum of the angles of a triangle is 100 degrees. Okay, and we also use the vertically opposite angles ka property ek jagah pe. Okay, this is all we need to solve this question. Now there is a much more easier way to solve the same question, guys. Let's see how we do it without much headache. So the other way is, guys, you extend the line PT to meet this side RQ in W. You can see it here, right? The red line which I've extended, right? Okay. Now look at triangle PWQ, guys. For triangle PWQ, I know these two angles are 8 degrees each, right? And triangle PWR, okay, it is the exterior angle for this triangle PWQ, right? So exterior angle will be equal to sum of the two remote interior angles. So PWR ka measure kitna ho jayega? A plus A, 2A degrees, right, guys? Okay, guys, same way, if you look at the small triangle SUT, right? In this small triangle, guys, SUT, agar ye angle A hai, ye angle bhi A hai, the exterior angle RUT will be equal to how much? 2A, right? Are we following this part? Right? So now look at triangle RUW, guys. In triangle RUW, ye A hai, this one is A, this is 2A and this is 2A. So A plus 2A plus 2A will be equal to how much? 180. 5A is 180, A is 36. Superb. You just solve the question in like less than 30-40 seconds if you're not explaining, by the way. Okay, so if you just extend the line segment PT to the point W across RQ, okay, you can solve the question very easily.